Hi guys, welcome back to Ben's Beefs. Heard a lot of chatter in the news about presidential pardons from Trump. Apparently he pardoned 143 people in his last full day. 73 were pardons and 70 were commutations. And so instead of reacting negatively like you see the press going crazy on it, I thought I'll just look and see what those numbers mean. Do those numbers mean anything? What have other presidents done? What is a pardon? What's a commutation? So I went on, I think it was Wikipedia, looked up. A pardon forgives past crimes and restores your civil rights. So you've done a crime in the past, you've done the time, you're out of prison, but you still have that record, and so this restores your civil rights. So that's a pardon. Commutations, which I always thought a pardon, now that I hear what a commutation is, it completely or partially reduces the sentence for those in prison or on community service. Okay, so it can completely or partially remove the sentence for those in prison and those on community service. That's important to remember there. Okay, so then we look at, and then another line in there, it states that Obama holds the record for the largest single day use of clemency power, granting 330 commutations on January 19th. Now those are commutations. Those are reductions or removal of prison sentences or community service in his last day of power, a full day in office. So 330. Trump did 143, and he did 330 on his last day. But wait a minute. Oh, and most individuals granted executive clemency by Obama had been convicted on drug charges. Now, some of the other charges, pretty serious stuff too: counterfeiting, conspiracy, violation of the Sherman Act, embezzlement, money laundering, wire and mail fraud, armed bank robbery, 15 years, tax evasion, false statements to federal investigators. That one sounds very familiar. Someone was complaining about that, someone getting a commutation or pardon for, they're making false. Anyway, July 13th, 2015, Obama announces commutations for 46 drug offenders. So those are commutations, so that's jail sentences, reduced or removed. June 3rd, 2016, a year later, 42 offenders commuted. December 20th of that year, 2016, 78 more commutations. And then January 17th, 3 days before he's leaving office. So we know in the last day, Obama commuted 330. But 2 days before that, he commuted 209 more individuals, of which 109 of those faced life sentences. Plus there were 64 pardons on that day as well. So last 3 days, there's 539 commutations and another 64 pardons. And I don't think we heard CNN and all the news going crazy about that, but there it is. Those are the facts. Again, you can all find them. Just go on Wikipedia. There's another one, good, Pew Research. So I went on Pew Research and I thought I'd get the numbers. The numbers are pretty interesting. So, and they also show the, so this is a list of all the presidents who pardoned and who commutated and the totals and how many people applied. So President Trump pardoned 117 people and he commutated 89 sentences for a total of 206. Now, that was out of 10,000 applicants. So we're talking less than 0.5% of those that were requested were granted, at less than 0.5%. They're making it sound like he's giving it away like candy. And all of the best part, remember they were saying, and I know CNN, I've seen it on CNN, I'm not sure if CNN's saying it, the other news stations are pretty much saying it. So they're saying that, he's given all these pardons. He's going to pardon himself. He's going to pardon his family. He's going to pardon Junior and Eric and all the family and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? No pardons for himself, no pardons for his family, and no pardons for his personal lawyer. Again, contrary to what CNN's saying, but we want to believe CNN because there's where everybody gets their news, right? And that's probably the problem. So, Obama, what's his numbers? 212 pardons and 1,715 commutations. That's a lot of commutations. Those are prison sentences either reduced or removed completely. So 1,715. Trump did 89 of those commutations. So let's say Trump did 100. Obama did 17 times more. 17 times more. Okay, I said it twice. You probably got it. Again, We didn't hear that on CNN. We didn't hear that on MSN. Anyway, just go see the numbers yourself, people. When you hear something like that, do what I did. When you hear the news, double check it. And then you got to wonder, why would CNN and then put out numbers like these and make a big deal out of them? Do they not have Google access? Could they not look this stuff up like I just did? It took me like less than a minute to look up to find out that Trump, the beautiful part of it in the article says Trump has used clemency power less often than any other modern president. Less often than any modern president. That's not the feeling we were getting from CNN, though, was it? They were going like, this is a terrible thing. Anyways, people check the news, especially if it's coming from CNN. 9 times out of 10, you can debunk it yourself without getting one of these expert fact checkers from CNN to check it for you. Okay? Have a good one, people.